Welcome to Property Law 101. I'm Sara Bronin, and I created this series to help you understand the basics of property law. We're covering 4 fundamental questions in this series. Today, we are talking about the second question, which is how do we come to acquire property? So in order to acquire property, there has to be a chain of title. The concept of a chain of title presupposes that there is a certain point at which the piece of property was unowned. This type of property is called res nullius, a thing without an owner. The concept encompasses things that have been abandoned by their owners. So you could turn a property that was once owned into a res nullius type of property. What are some examples of this? They might seem rare, but if you start thinking about things that we see every day, you'll start to see that there's lots of property, or there are lots of things that are not themselves owned and therefore not within our legal concept of property. So wild animals are res nullius. A common land that has not been owned is res nullius. A fly ball by Major League Baseball, by tradition, to be considered abandoned by the batter and the team. Once it hits the bat, it can be taken home by the person who catches it. Another kind of unowned property. So what other kinds of property can you think of that are unowned? Should property law create incentives to reduce unowned property to ownership? Should property law prioritize competing claims over unowned property? And if so, how? And how does labor play a role in determining ownership of any of these unowned objects? So these are all questions for you to consider. Just briefly wanted to touch on this topic of the res nullius unowned property. I will leave it there. I will look forward to hearing from you through Twitter or on my website, where you can sign up for my mailing list, and I will see you next time.